being a diverse group is definitely became a good thing. I just hope it doesn't get to the point where it becomes the gimmick because Filipino from the Philippines, a native Filipino came here in 1989. You know what I mean? And Taboo is a Hispanic Indian, and you know, then I'm your black dude. I just hope they don't get, you know what I mean? It's Black Eyed Peas, you know, the multicultural rap group. You know what I mean? I just hope it don't get that way. If the album does succeed and we do succeed in, as far as you know, the rate that we sell and the more known we become, I hope it doesn't get too bubblegummy.
I mean, that's how hip hop is anyway. I mean, everybody's like at different races is just on it. So it's just we're just good friends, and that's how it became.
Yeah,
you know?
It wasn't purposely done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like when me and Ab was thinking about forming Black Eyed Peas, it was like, okay, dude, okay. We need to get a Mexican food up in there, and we need to get a white bassist. But it was just like, it just happened, you know what I mean? It just happened. And when things just happen, that's when you have, you know what I mean? That's when it's really special.
Dancing has been part of us since like the 80s, going into the 90s. And we still consist and keep it consistent. It's not a phase for us. You know what I mean? Some people will say, I used to dance back in the days. We're still dancing to this day because it's part of us. Not only can we MC, not only can we put on a show, we could also dance. And that's a big element of Black Eyed Peas, is the dancing part.
Yeah, but I have to emphasize on the kind of dancing it is.
Yeah.
It's like, if you remember that movie Tap with Gregory Hines and how they was on the top floor, and then you had those, the 5, 6, 7, it's the prime, it's the example, that's the good example of the kind of dancing we do. We're more of the freestyle, improvisation, the way the music's making you feel at the moment type dancing, opposed to, okay, I just learned this dope move yesterday over at dance rehearsal, and you know what I mean? It's not that. It's that, you know what I mean? that spontaneous, at the moment feeling.
We don't care about what hip-hop's gonna think. We're about us. We're about what we feel is gonna, you know, make us feel comfortable, make us feel good. Dancing makes us feel good. You know, we're not trying to be hardcore guys that are gonna walk out around stage and be like, I don't dance no more. I'm a gangster. We're the type of people that are gonna feel free-spirited and do what they feel. You know what I mean?
Not that there's nothing wrong with doing that. You know what I mean? Not dancing. Just like there's nothing wrong with us dancing. You know what I mean? We're not knocking the ones that don't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no, you know, it's like, I'm not scared to get up there and, you know, bust some moves or something. Where we got started as Black Eyed Peas, me and App used to be in this group called At Band Clan, signed to Ruthless Records, and we were on the shelf. Prime example, you know what I mean, not a dope example, but the prime example being a group that never got the attention from the label, being that we were the only non-gangster group on the gangster label. Yeah. So we were on the shelf for like, since 92 to 95. 3 years, and then when Easy passed away with AIDS, App and I started Black Eyed Peas, and we had this little family of like musicians, artists, and you know, poets in different groups, and Tab was in that family.
He was in a group called Pablo.
And my group wasn't doing so good, right? So I guess we kind of like faded away, and Will and Apple were coming up with the concept of Black Eyed Peas. I mean, they already had Black Eyed Peas, the name, but Black Eyed Peas as a unit, they were coming up with the pieces to piece the puzzle, and I was one of them pieces. And Will asked me to perform with them one time, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So then that point on, the chemistry was so strong, the response was so strong, that we became like a unit from that point on.
Not to sound preachy or anything, but I mean, I think God works in weird ways, and Yeah, it's like right when I started getting my life together and moved back home to my mom's and really started writing and just figuring out who I was at that point. And what I really wanted to do and all of my dreams and really saying, okay, this is what I want to do. And going for it and taking that risk and living right, that's when this whole thing started happening, you know. They were at the top of my list of people I wanted to work with. You know, coincidentally, at the same time, they needed a singer for Shut Up. So it all happened for a reason. Look and point the finger and try to blame somebody else, but I think for me, where's the love? It's like, look inside yourself first, try to change that first, and then let's talk about everybody else. Because what people tend to do a lot of times is blame, and really, as human beings, if you really break it down to, you know, the bare bones of it, it starts with us as human beings inside. And the evils inside of us create bigger evils. And if you start within yourself, you can make a difference in maybe one life, 2 lives. And if everybody does that, in a perfect world.